And then while he was being arrested for that, they also found illegal substances on him, which is also a felony, which is another 3.5 years. That means he could spend up to 7 years in jail.
Where you at, Berto?
Breaking news, Clavicular finally arrested.
Eventually, he's going to be soap-maxing, and so whether he uses a soap to wash his body or to perhaps lubricate certain orifices, Clavicular is going to have a good time, or, well, depending if he likes it or not, a very bad time. Coach Greg, and you know it's serious when I'm recording at the airport. And so I'm at the airport, guys saying, have you heard about Clavicular? And I'm like, what the heck is going on again? They said, well, he's finally been arrested. And I'm thinking, well, I was waiting to see how long it would take. Remember, he drove over that man with the cyber truck, the whole thing, and people were wondering how many years he was going to go to.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, that Cybertruck situation where he drove over that nigga, I'm not saying that that's what he should have did, but if y'all remember, that nigga low-key deserved it. And I ain't no Clavicular fan. I'm not, you know what I'm saying that Clavicular is cool or nothing. Niggas are lame. But that guy was acting crazy. He jumped on top of his truck, was shaking his head and his tongue, jumping on niggas' cars and shit. Like, yeah, I would have ran that nigga over too. But let's see what he got arrested for, though.
Jail. And so I'm looking, and it's actually for something else. And so Clavicular, he can't seem to stay out of trouble. He's always doing something wrong. And at this point, I actually think he's doing it on purpose. I don't know if he wants to go to jail, if it makes him more viral, if he wants to be famous for doing something wrong, essentially infamous. But whatever he's doing, it's working. And so why was he arrested?
Bro, I don't have, like, maybe in Florida, but bro, I don't have the power to just free collab like that. I don't know what he did. I didn't watch the clip, but like.
Well, everyone knows Clavicular. He's underage. In the United States, for some stupid reason.
He's underage? Clavicular is not 18 plus?
You have to be 21 years of age to drink alcohol. In Canada, it ranges from 18 to 19. And so only in the United States can you be an adult, can you go to war, can you vote, but you can't even take a drink.
That is a kind of a dumb rule, but you know, alcohol is poison. You really shouldn't be doing it anyway. And I'm not saying that like I don't drink at all, but like honestly, bro, the shit's overrated, Joe.
And so he goes to the bar. He asks to get in, and the bouncers basically says, have you been drinking tonight? And I'm thinking, why would he ask if he's been drinking tonight? I mean, isn't that kind of the point? You're going to a bar. What, you have to be sober when you get there to make sure that they get drunk while in there? And he says, no, I haven't been drinking anything. And so they let him in through the back door. Upon entering the bar, he's drinking Red Bulls. He's not even drinking alcohol. And so you got to think, what are people doing when they go to the bar and they're not drinking? Do y'all think that they're just sitting there sober? Do you think people just go to the bar, sober as could be, 20 years old, trying to get girls? They're using recreational substances. That is what's going on. And so this guy, perhaps he doesn't like Clavicular, perhaps he's watched Coach Greg videos, he understands he's the worst social media fitness influencer in the world. He beat out Togi. And so he calls the police on him. Says, hey, we got a guy in here who's underage. Now, generally speaking, I wouldn't blame the kid. He's 20 years old. He's trying to sneak into the bar. They let him in. Hey, to me, that's on the bar. But upon searching him, they discover he has a fake ID, and that is, in fact, illegal.
A lot of people are confused why Clav got arrested for using a fake ID. This is pretty common in people under 21, and usually when this happens and you're
spend over 7 years in jail. Again, I'm not here to defend Clavicular, but there's no way they give him 7 years in jail for this. This is typically like a slap on the wrist. Maybe if they're really hating on you and want to see you fail, they'll probably do a little bit, you know, you get an easy bail, probation. Not even probation. Maybe some community service on some shit like
underage and use a fake ID at a bar. They just tell you to go home. And if they call the cops usually don't really do anything about it. But it turns out he was in the worst state possible for this. He was in Arizona, and using a fake ID in Arizona is a felony. That means
What? He's gonna get an F? No.
He can go up to jail for 3.5 years just for using a fake ID.
And not only that, does anyone think that Clavicular is walking around with no bag?
And then while he was being arrested for that, they also found illegal substances on him, which is also a felony, which is another 3.5 years. That means he could spend up to 7 years in jail.
And so, of course, he's got a bag. In that, allegedly, he's got some creatine in there. And I'm not talking about the creatine that you go to the gym. And so last I checked, even though some people say
that cocaine,
you're not from the United States, you don't know the laws. It's not legal to have creatine on you when you're going to the bar at your house.
Maybe I can't say that. Yo, real quick, before we get back into the video, I know you guys usually skip these type of ads, but give me 1 second. My guys over at Free Cash are sponsoring this video, and if you like money, I think you'd like to stick around. Free Cash is an application where you can earn free money just for playing games. It is 100% free to sign up using the QR code on the screen or the link in my description. Only thing that you're gonna need is an email or a password. And the games on this platform are actually fun, and all you have to do is complete basic missions and very simple tasks to reach the requirements to actually get paid. And as soon as you do that, they credit your account right away with real money that you can use in the real world. I'm talking about gift cards, PayPal, however you need to get your funds, they got it. And something that I've been seeing a little bit y'all talking about is like,
oh, they're collecting my data.
Listen, they only track your progress so they know when to pay you. And let me break down exactly why they're paying you free cash in the first place. The games that are on these platforms are trying to get exposure. So the games pay free cash to pay you guys to play the games. If you really think about it, it's just business. It's a win-win situation. These games get more people onto their platform playing their games, and you get a little bit of extra chicken in your pockets. And I've had so many of you guys reach out to me already saying that you've made $5 to $10 just playing games that you would be playing for free anyway. And I know $5 to $10 isn't like life-changing money, but it's free money to play games on your phone. And the crazy part is I've actually had people tell me that they've had crazy payouts like $500, one even $1,000. I'm not saying to quit your day job, but the fact that that's even possible, I mean, bro, it's free. So if you ask me, there's really nothing to lose, just everything to gain, honestly, if you like playing games on your free time. So click the link in my description or try the QR code on my screen to sign up for free, and you'll even get a $5 bonus using my stuff. I love y'all. Where you at, family? Let's get right back into the video.
Where you at, Berto?
Anywhere.
That's why he's saying
and so
creatine.
If you have illegal substances on you combined with having a fake ID, add to that you're in the bar and everyone knows you and you've been kicked out of bars before, you're not let in, you've done all these crazy things, eventually somebody's going to be onto you and they're going to report you. And so he actually got arrested. Now, I'm watching the videos and I'm thinking, is this actually staged? But actually, from what I'm seeing, it looks to all be true. Now, what is this going to do? Well, I believe it's going to make him even more popular. Because if you actually like Clavicular, which means there's something wrong with you, then you're going to like the more bad things he does, the better. And you're going to be rooting for him. Yes, go Clavicular, go. And even if you don't like him, you're going to be rooting for him to fail. And so Clavicular, whether you like him or not, you're rooting for him, either in a positive way or a negative. And so he's currently jail maxing, and I do believe someone in a prison, if he's to be there for an extended period of time, they're going to like this. Because, I mean, after all, when you're a Looksmaxxer, when you're trying to make yourself look as pretty as possible, when you're famous for that, eventually he's going to be soap maxing. And so whether he uses the soap to wash his body or to perhaps lubricate certain orifices.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What are you alluding to right now, bruh? This nigga gonna be dropping soap, getting clapped up.
Clavicular is going to have a good time, or, well, depending if he likes it or not, a very bad time. Does anyone remember when Clavicular said he was getting that facial surgery, the double jaw massacre, oral navel folds? What the hell is he getting? He's getting like bone max. He's going to get his cheekbones bigger, his folds here extended, his jaw pushed out. I don't know what he wants to look like. He wants to look like he's on some M the whole time, your jaw coming up. What exactly is he doing? He's trying to Looksmaxx. He's trying to ascend. Ascend into what? Also, he added into this, he wanted to get his legs smashed and to become taller.
I really wish he would have did that. Because I just know he would have been so pissed. Mind you, this guy is the person that takes steroids without going to the gym. He's like, I take steroids so I can get muscles without having to go to the gym. Newsflash, nigga, even the people that take steroids work out. So that's why they're enhanced, their physiques are enhanced by the steroids. You don't just take steroids and just gain muscle, bro. That's why the nigga don't even have a good physique. It doesn't even make sense. So if he would have went and smashed his legs to get taller, bruh, this nigga would have been walking around like a penguin. I know he would have been miserable. That would have been hilarious.
Now, how many months has it been since he said he was getting that facial jaw surgery, that he was going to spend like $35,000 or $50,000 so that he could go from being a Chad to a what's the next word after Chad?
Giga Chad.
A Giga Chad. Yeah. And so, why hasn't this happened? And so you notice he talks a lot of talk, but when push comes to shove, he doesn't actually do anything. And so this is my personal opinion. He sends a bunch of lies. He makes a bunch of shit up. He tries to go viral by just saying things that he knows is going to get a lot of views. For example, did he actually do math? I'm not talking about school here, guys. Did he actually do the math? Was it Adin Ross that was saying that he had seen him do this? He was saying he was doing math to be thin so that he could be thinner to lose weight. He's also claimed to have done 15 grams of retatrutide. And I know he spoke with Alex Eubank. Hey guys, I watch a lot of videos. Trust me, I have to watch a lot to be able to do these videos. He said he was at one point doing 20 milligrams of Reta. 2 milligrams is a lot. 15 is ridiculous and 20 makes no sense. And so how many of you actually believe this? Like, if you just believe anything that comes out of Clav's mouth, then my opinion is you're an idiot. Or, well, you don't have to be an idiot. You just have an IQ of 79.
I am not that stupid. I was too hungover.
Most people in this world are average intelligence. And average is not saying much. Just like most people in this world, well, if you look at them, there's a lot of people nearby. I don't want to say too much. How does my arm look? I don't know. And so there's too many people nearby, but the average person looks like shit. I'm not kidding. They really do look very, very bad. Average person is like, I think men was 29% body fat, women was like 39. And so average sucks. And so if you're average intelligence, you're actually an idiot. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. And
He's
so
not lying.
You're believing Clavicular in whatever he says, which makes you an idiot. And so when he says, yeah, I'm going to get a facial surgery and I'm doing math and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, y'all believe it? He also said he had sexy time with over 100 girls. Do you believe he had more than 100? Triple digits? There's no way. Maybe 10. You really think there's 100 girls out there that are that stupid? Well, I mean, maybe.
I mean, he's rich and famous now, so he probably put on some more numbers since he's got some money on us.
But, I mean, not unless he's paying them a lot of money, of which I believe that he has a lot of money. And so, if the point is Clavicular actually arrested, or did he pay somebody to arrest him? Is he actually
I think he got arrested. I think he got arrested, but I don't think he's gonna. There's no way for a fake ID. Now, maybe the drugs, maybe that can give him a little bit of time, but even, I'm sure he beats this. He gets out with a little slap on the wrist.
Go to jail for this? And like, I mean, honestly, he should be in jail for driving over somebody with a Cybertruck. Doesn't that make more sense?
Yeah, but again, if you saw that footage, you know, we covered it on the channel. That Clavicular's a weirdo, but the guy that was fucking with hate or love Clavicular, the guy was harassing Clavicular. Like, I think anybody in that situation would have did that nigga dirty.
I think driving over someone with a Cybertruck and having no remorse, if it wasn't staged, of which perhaps it is, because that would make sense. Why is he in jail? Why haven't they arrested him? How is this just something you do and you just get on with your life? That is way worse than going into a bar at 20 when the drinking age is 21, of which it should be younger than 20. It's ridiculous. If you can vote for the president of the United States, you should be allowed to drink. Now, granted, it's a class 1 carcinogen, it's poison, and no one should be drinking it. Only idiots drink alcohol, which is, of course, 50% of the population. But at least if you can make a stupid decision, you should be able to make another stupid decision. And so going to the bar, although it's a stupid decision, I think you should be allowed to do that at 18 or 19 years of age. Hey, it's just a thing. Either that or raise the voting age to something that makes more sense.
If he leaves the state of Arizona, he is going to catch more charges and he is going to be revoked.
Okay, so he's already released.
On release, okay?
One more thing that proves just how stupid Clavicular really is is bro isn't on Turk Builder Max. He's not using HDLT supplements, and everyone knows that if you're using Turk Builder Max, you can't be arrested. It's kind of like an invisibility cloak. Like when I was sneaking Turk across the border into Uzbekistan, various countries, you saw me hiding out in Mexico. The authorities couldn't catch me. And remember, I'm in. Where am I right now? I'm in Miami, guys. Remember, I'm in Miami, bitch. I wasn't even allowed in the States for 11 years, and yet they let me across. Why do you think that is? It's the Turk Builder Max. You can pay off everyone with it.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about anymore. But we got the information that we needed, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I already gave y'all my thoughts. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? See you on the next one.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.